Alright guys, today we're over at my friend Ardi's. I've known Ardi for well over 20 years now, so today we're going to be building his first gaming/production rig. I'm going to basically show him what to do and he's going to do all the building. What's the idea behind building a new PC today, Ardi?
Yeah, so games first and foremost.
Yep.
But want to be able to play them on higher settings for once, which will be nice.
Yep.
Usually, I've been playing on console pretty much the whole time I've been gaming. Bit of GoPro footage and some photos and things like that, so a bit of an all-rounder.
One of the first things Ardi wanted to do was ask me for a recommendation of hardware to suit his needs for both gaming and productivity. I selected a bunch of relevant hardware within a budget, and that budget was to try and be under 3,000 Australian dollars. What pre-existing items are we going to be sticking with, mate, to go with our new build?
Yeah, so the laptop's completely out. So got a mouse, pretty nice mouse, got a nice keyboard. But I've got a really old monitor. It's actually a TV, not a monitor.
Yeah, nice.
So one of the first LCD TVs, about 15 years old, I reckon. Couldn't get that in the budget though, so yeah.
So that'll be definitely something you would look at possibly replacing in the future.
For sure.
We start our build by unboxing the motherboard and laying it on the included anti-static bag. After laying out the motherboard, we install the Intel 13600KS CPU. Once our two M.2 slots are ready, we install each drive ensuring they are seated correctly. Before reinstalling the cover plates, we peel the plastic off our heat pads to ensure optimum conductivity between the SSD and the heat spreader. Once our SSDs are taken care of, we'll move on to installing our two RAM modules. The RAM we opted for is 32GB of DDR5 Kingston Fury Beast ARGB. This is the optimum RAM size for gaming PCs and will also suffice for all Ardi's productivity workload. I get Ardi started on installing the three 120mm fans required for the AIO water cooler. This water cooler's job is to keep the CPU cool under an intense workload. Once the water block is in position over the standoffs from the backing plate, we are good to screw it down into position. Once screwed down tight, we put our cover plate back on the water block and ensure all our cables are well hidden. We fix the radiator off to the top of the tower. We install our 850 watt power supply. This 850 watt power supply will give us a little bit of headroom between having this 13600KS CPU and this 4070 Ti Super. Next up, we prep for our 3-slot graphics card. And the star of the show, we just line the graphics card up with the PCI Express 4 slot on the motherboard and gently wiggle it side to side until it seats in and clicks in position. A few screws to secure the GPU, and now we're ready for our 16-pin 12-volt high power cable, and we are done.
Righto, so we're finished with our build, and Ardi's been happily gaming away. How'd you find the experience with
Awesome.
kind of build, mate? Like,
Yep.
there was a couple of challenges here and there that we encountered, but
Yeah.
how do you feel it went?
I think the results speak for themselves, mate. It's a beast.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. Yep. So
Cool.
yeah, cheers heaps for your help.
No, mate, no.
I think you sweated a bit more than me on this one, but see.
No, we got there.
Yep.
So I think the centerpiece of the build would definitely have to be the 4070 Ti Super graphics card, which has got plenty of power for running all the latest AAA titles and doing any kind of productivity. So yeah, I think, would you agree that definitely would be the highlight of your build there, Ardi?
Yeah, man. I reckon. Except maybe the Lucky Cat, maybe top it off. But yeah, no, for
that
sure.
is pretty cool.
Hardware style. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
So after putting everything together, coming up with a budget, there did end up being a little bit of a surprise midway. Apparently the old screen just wasn't going to cut it. So what happened there?
Well, I got a couple of screens, didn't I? I thought may as well to match the new build, so there's no point having a crappy monitor if I couldn't utilise the computer to its maximum ability.
I've gone to the dual 1440p high refresh screen, so yeah. There was no mucking around there. Straight to the good stuff. The build's complete, and you're relatively happy. What potential future upgrades are you thinking of considering, mate?
Probably not too much in the computer area. Maybe add a bit more RAM.
Yeah.
It's already got heaps anyway, but another 32 gig would be pretty cool just to fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
And probably just a mouse and a new headset, I reckon.
Yeah, cool.
Pretty happy
I think
with
that'll
everything else.
top it off, man. Like everything's pretty damn amped.
That's
really.
good.